I struggle so much now running a business, and that's the truth of the matter. Behind the smoke and the mirrors is a lot of struggle and hardship and pain and also joy. But I learned so many things during that 10 years of my life that I wasn't public facing. I had so many heartbreaks and I was fired on the spot, and you're traveling very far and you're failing at your job, and then I had such great joys and successes, and I really got to do that in a very quiet space where nobody was watching me. And I think that that's really important. One of the things I'm most blessed to have in my life is the relationship with Gaga. After my second styling job, I got a job as Nicola Formichetti's assistant, who was her then stylist, and obviously we're all part of a big family. I think that was probably in 2011, and that started an incredibly beautiful journey in my life. Not only did we have a very long-standing and fruitful creative relationship, but more importantly, we had a very deep and solid personal relationship, which I really think more than anything I've done in my life has prepared me for where I'm at today, for two reasons. One, because she is not crafted by anyone but herself, and she makes her own decisions every day. And whether people love them or people hate them, she does them and makes them with conviction. She wakes up every morning with a purpose. And I think that that is so incredibly powerful. And under that pressure, with that many people watching, she has always led with grace and positivity, and more than anything, just pure talent. And so having that around me was incredibly powerful and really prepared me for where I am today. And she really pushed me out to do it and told me that I could. The only time I was ever alone when I dressed somebody was Michelle Obama, and I was in another country by myself in a hotel room. And I would ask so many people, like, do you guys have C-SPAN? Like, is there C-SPAN here? And I didn't speak the language and nobody had C-SPAN. And finally somebody had a TV that I went, and I did sit in that room by myself, and I'm getting emotional thinking about it now, just watching her walk out of the White House, and was thinking of my family, and like, just to be a part of an American moment in that way is more than I could have ever dreamed of. So I still get chills thinking about it, just thinking like, I wonder if my parents are watching right now and like how they feel about that. So it was a great moment for me. Being on this television show was so important for me, and I think I seem so emotionally charged on the show and like very serious because I want it so bad for the kids that are on it. You know, these people that want this opportunity, and I know what it's like, and I get obviously very emotionally worked up because I want to prepare them. I also am very in the thick of it, so I want to tell them really truly what's going to happen, because I think one thing that I didn't have going into this in a super naive way was somebody to say this is kind of what it will be like. And so at every turn I was surprised. Nobody tells young people about business. That is crucial, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna be in here making dresses every day. It's gonna be so inspiring. And it is sometimes, but sometimes before I make the dress at 5 o'clock, from like 9 a.m. to 4:30, I'm in a meeting about how much it costs to make that dress. And there are real sort of results to your work. And that's just the truth of adulthood in any business. And so I've really tried to lean into that and learn more about that. I wouldn't say I'm great at it, but I am definitely very well versed in the business, because I think you have to be, because it's an intersection of art and commerce, and I don't get to make the dresses if I can't pay for them. Leading is really about being inside, in the thick of it, holding hands with everyone, and making sure that the people that you're working with feel like your successes are their successes. Because that's the truth of the matter. I walk out with my entire team at the end of the runway show, and it's not just me, because that would be a lie. Because I'm filming a TV show, I'm flying here, there, and everywhere, and I'm in here a lot, but they are in here every day. That is, I think, how most businesses should run. That's the truth of fashion. Everybody's in there just working every day, just trying to make it happen. I guess I'm a leader by like default, you know, because my name is on the door. But I oftentimes feel like somebody who just works here.